24. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I was going to go about my morning update. Broth, welcome in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Good morning to you, friend. I was going to do my morning update, but I decided to do it as a live update. See how many people decide to tune in. If anybody has questions, we'll either do this as a normal live. I don't know how long it'll last. Or I'll just do it as an update if there's not a lot of back and forth. So what I'm looking at this morning, as we can see, XRP is up 0.53% on the morning at 53.1 cent, 53.2 cent, depending on chart. We'll just say about 0.38% and use the USDTP since that's perpetual futures. It's at 53.12 right now, just about a 1/3 of 1% gain. We're in an interesting spot for not just XRP, but for Bitcoin as well. I think the shorts right now have to be a little careful, only because for the last 2 days with the thinly traded weekend, we've held the same consolidation. We've invalidated this uptrend again. And now bouncing out, I mean, we could come back and back test 53 cents if it's bullish and it wants to come down more. But it does have a technical move up to about the 55 cent area from where it was at yesterday. Let's go into recent times here and just say that, you know, the bounce off will be, it's still exactly the same. So if we have a volatile swing up, and I'm going to take this away, the 53.48 is the short-term resistance that we've created for ourselves that we know from yesterday that we have to get above. So we're going to get rid of all this because there's a lot of noise here. Get rid of this. Get rid of the noise. But we know the reasons why that's a short-term resistance right there for everybody who was here yesterday. Mario, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for 6+ months with the XP Predictor. Nazir, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for your first month with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. Rick, good morning, and thanks for being a very trusted mod here. Morning, friend. I really appreciate you. Lewis, good morning. Welcome in. John Patak, good morning, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 1 year with the I Told You So badge. Martin McGregor, good morning. I hope you're having a blessed start to your day, friend. I really, really do. I guess I forgot to do one thing, so I guess you guys can all watch what I have to do here to try to sometimes share my content. Let's see if it's even on here yet. No, of course not. See, I can't even see my stuff, so I have to go like this, and then I can share it. And then I'll just do create a post. I should have this saved already. And then we'll just share to all channel members. Post. Okay. So I forgot to do that, and I don't have my phone, so. All right. Let's see. Martin, good morning. So XRP right now, do we think it can hold this area and have a, you know, a predictable breakout here? It's rode this for a very long time. It looks like it's trying to build up a consolidation, and this is coming to an apex point right now. So are we going to break out here and do this unexpected surge? Because I think a lot of people are just expecting a dive, and a lot of people are going short right now. So, you know, oftentimes you'll have these unexpected surges, and we've talked about this since the dump. That could have been defined as a bear flag, but now with the way it's riding this, is it some kind of short-term inverse head and shoulders that the right shoulder is just momentarily about to pull up? That's what I'm looking at right now. Now, obviously, if it were to break down and this area was not able to hold and this is invalidated, then all of a sudden it brings back into range right here. If this becomes invalidated, you're going to once again bring into the spotlight that 50.7 cents. And it can become a very big problem. All I'm seeing right now with XRP, and yeah, it might be in a bearish zone. It might be in a bearish downward spiral. But in the short term right now, I'm seeing a potential breakout here on a bull flag. Does anybody else see that? And not just that, but we talked about to start the weekend. And I talked about it a lot yesterday, this inverse head and shoulders that seems to have formed here. So we'll see if it breaks out of here bearishly or not. It looks like it needs to satisfy the FVG, which is the fair value gap, somewhere around 55 or 56 cent area. It's somewhere around there. So it looks like it's going to play out bullishly here, even though it's giving us a very bearish connotation here. Morning, everyone. This reeks of manipulation. It sure does. It sure does. And look how it created this inverse head right here on the 2018 resistance that it's desperately still trying to prove that it's a new support. John Patak says up, up, and away. Yes, indeed. Rick says that's my line. Excellent. Excellent. Juan, I agree it does reek with manipulation. Stay the course, believe and prosper. Yes, indeed. And don't forget to give thanks to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ on this Sunday morning. I may be finding myself up at church, and, you know, I might have to get done with this in about 40 minutes. If I decide to go to church, which I probably will, I'm feeling the calling today. It's like a 6-minute walk for me from my house to get to my church. So I'd probably end this live around 10:45. So I'll give you my due diligence until about 10:45. We can have a beautiful morning. On my break at work, fun. Yes, indeed, Pump Master Flash. So we've got this playing out right now that could possibly be a bull flag. And then if you look at it in the opposite chart here, it does seem to set up what we are seeing here. And if these are the shoulders and the head right here, it does seem to tell us, even if we're bearish, we've got to fill this FVG gap. I know it's around 55.5, 56 cents. And this gives us a technical move up at 55.24. It makes a lot of sense here because there's a lot of people that have already given up on this pattern and they're going short here. I think there's a reason why, and we have to pay attention to the fact why it didn't break down on this thinly traded weekend so far. And we know XRP broke down better than 23% in a 3-day period from last Sunday on. And it's been interesting. Like with Bitcoin, it's been interesting. This has all been interesting. The short term just keeps consolidating. And it's just like with XRP, just like I was saying with what looks like could be a bull flag there. Not saying the whole pattern's a bull flag, but look at Bitcoin's playing that same appearance. So with Bitcoin, it's, hey, if we don't lose this 61,000, what is this? Nope, not there, here. If we don't lose like 61,006, let me see this. But I'm seeing this. I don't know how many other people are actually seeing this, but I'm seeing this. 61,690. As long as that's intact, Bitcoin's still in a bullish setup here in the short term. And I see that inverse setup here as well. These are often the times where the market manipulators will strike, even if it's bearish. It's got it all set up for the trading bots. It's got it all set up for the technical. I'm not even going to say the technical trader, but it's got it all set up here. And look, it's even trying to back. Oh, man, if I was going short here, I'd be a little nervous. If you're going long here and you're a spot trader, I mean, it is what it is. But if I was going short here, I'd be just a tiny bit nervous on Bitcoin and XRP. Because look at these technical moves. It's only because it's on the top side. And I'll show you both sides in case this is a fake out. So let's just say it breaks from, and that yellow line's important. That is the pivot point. So we'll give it credit from right here. Whoops. And this is why I decided to come on live instead of doing the update today. Because I felt like I needed to describe this in a much deeper way than just 10 minutes or 20 minutes could give me. And I figured if there was some watching, then they could actually look at this and be like, all right, Tom, what the hell's going on here? So if you look at Bitcoin, that means that this bounce, it's not a huge bounce, but it's 1.25% up to that 62,954 on this initial small bull flag. And that doesn't mean that we're bullish. That just means that I think it has a little surge that it has to create here. We came down much too fast, and we have a gap right now. If you want to talk about an FVG, that's very noticeable on Bitcoin right here. Whoops, what's happening here? Right here. See this right here? That's about 62,880 area. So that tells me that there's a fair value gap there. And now we created this bull flag here. It's just like XRP. There's a fair value gap around 55.3 to 56 cents. And even if it's bearish right now, it looks like because of the pattern setup that XRP needs to break near that 55 or so, just a little bit higher. And Bitcoin needs to break near 63,000. And that doesn't mean we're bullish by any means. It just means that we've overexhausted ourselves in this area and that this could possibly play out like that. Now, it's very easy to denote if it's a fake out. If it breaks down below this pattern setup, it's a fake out. And then you have to represent it as such. And at least in the short term, let's just say it broke down, you'd at least have a short term that you'd have to honor down to 60,949. But it looks more bullish than bearish here, even though by design it should be more bearish. That's what I'm saying. We're in a crazy spot here. The volume's not necessarily going to matter as much. We're on a thinly traded weekend right now. That's why you could sneak a move in here. That's why I said expect the unexpected. You have a golden cross here in the 30-minute. You have a golden cross. 45 minutes breaking above the 200. There's definitely a bullish divergence in the short term. What's Bitcoin's backed by? I'm not looking at back orders. I'm looking at something deeper than a back order. If you're looking for back orders, you can go onto the exchange and look, but I'm showing you something much deeper than a back order. I don't know where the back orders are at. It doesn't really interest me, honestly. I think they use that to wash people. I think they use the books to trick you, because if you ever look at the order book, you have a lot of sales at $1 and a lot of sales at 1 million. So, you know, it's I don't like to look at the order blocks. I think it's a big trap. Trading with J-Ride, thank you so much for not just being in Tom's Army for a very sustainable amount of time here, but going above and beyond and sending a $10 YouTube super chat. That's incredibly generous. And he's been in Tom's Army for over 3 years with the XRP Diamond Hands badge. It's unbelievable. And sending a YouTube super chat, that's crazy. That's unbelievable. I did a live yesterday too. I just don't think a lot of people even realized it. Got about 900 views. But I think a lot of more people need to pay attention to this. But I was setting up this move yesterday. We set it up. It was within this entire setup. Bitcoin was still within that consolidation. XRP was still within its consolidation. But it's not that I don't care about the order book. I just believe there's a lot of manipulation for like the... So I think there's a lot of manipulation that goes into it for the ones who aren't as aware. So they use the order books to manipulate it. The USDT chart is down about just under 0.5% to 5.65. Hey, Martin, thank you so much for the $4.99 donation. I greatly appreciate that. That is unbelievably generous. Unbelievably generous. I love it. Thank you so much. But the dominant chart is bearish right now. And today's setup, this looks more bearish. It put in a head and shoulders topping reversal. And this, we talked about this before when we talked about how high up we thought it could come. And it almost came right there. And then we thought it was going to reverse back. And now if it was a handle, it would have to prove after a breakup that it's bullish. So it could very well, even if it's bullish, it would come back down and try to retest this consolidation. So 5.25% seems like a fair bet. Maybe maybe 5.3% could be. But the USDT has given us a little bit of clarity here, only because it looks like it's on a consolidation to backtest, as this is in a consolidation to backtest the drop. See, there's two differences. This is the backtest to breakout on USDT, and these are the backtest to continuation down. That's where it becomes dangerous. It's not because the pattern's going to all of a sudden flip bullish. It's just that for a short trader, these are the times where you have to pay very close attention to what's actually setting up. On the onset, everything looks bearish. I think we can all agree with that, except for the short-term patterns that have set up very quickly. And these are what allow it to backtest in these very minute ways. And does anybody think that that's a stellar move? Look at, some people say, oh, what the fuck, Tom? XRP just fell from 66 and some change all the way down and has a 23.47% drop. Is that another donation? Holy crap. That's unbelievable. 3 today? I didn't get one. I don't even think I got one in the live yesterday, which wasn't the reason I did it, which is never the reason I do it. But to see 3 right now, I'm not sure what I did different today than yesterday. But I greatly appreciate it. Always appreciative of your time, effort, and passion. It's contagious. Thank you so much for that, Juan, and the $10 donation. That's your 5th YouTube super chat. That's unbelievable. Thank you so much. But now if you look at this, you look at the bottom and you're like, well, Tom, that's a 9% bounce back on 23%. Yeah, but you usually do get about a 50% retracement back up, even if it's bearish. And yeah, it is creating a head. I think this created an inverse head right here. And then the pull-up will create that. So it does. It looks like there's an, I think you're saying it's creating a head, like an inverse head, because the top created a head and shoulders that we seen and it oversold. It oversold because everybody got nervous and they just sold it out. But I mean, if you're gonna ride this out, you know how many people, even the guru did this, and this is one thing I can't understand about the guru. The guru rode this drop. He was at 743,000 in his account. And I told everybody he was about to lose a bunch last week. And I like the guru, so don't take this the wrong way. But he sells it after the big drop around 61,000 and says, oh, this is so bearish. It's like, why wouldn't you sell it up here? Understandably, he bought it at like 52, 54. Why would you not sell it at 66 and then all of a sudden sell it at 61? It doesn't make any sense. Anybody, not even the guru, could see it would have to have a retest of even 63,000, maybe 64.4, even if bearish, it just depends. But 63,000 is that, like, you shouldn't sell it down here. You already got fucked. You already missed the sale. You might as well catch that small rebound when everybody gets overzealous and we have the over-anticipated move up that everybody says, for some reason, nobody can ever see it. This small bounce, even if it ends here, you can still see the small bounce it had from down here, and now it's all the way. I still think, though, that this is showing the potential for a further push up. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and guess what? It doesn't cost us anything except, our attention. Brian, thank you so much for the $5 donation. That's unbelievable. Look at these are the common comments. I love these comments. If you're concerned about the XRP investment after the... Let's see what she said on the X. If you're concerned about your XRP investment after the SEC appealing the lawsuit, you may want to reinforce your understanding about what you own and why it is may be the investment opportunity of a lifetime. Listen to the first two chapters of... Oh, Jesus Christ. A sales pitch. See, no. You should be worried about the settle or the lawsuit because it tells you whether or not you can buy it cheaper or not. It's absolutely something you should be worried about. All these people that say you shouldn't be worried, I think they just don't understand. I think they just don't understand what an actual general signal dictates. But anyhow, XRP right now, this is what I'm thinking, what I'm showing right now. I'm not trying to share what somebody else thinks. I'm trying to share what my beliefs are. Tom, do you think stacks? Tom, you think stacks good investment? I don't know what stacks. What the hell is stacks? I'm not sure what you're talking about, honestly. XRP right now, the XRP Bitcoin parent is showing a massive bear flag. It is. But do we think the bear flag's going to fall down initially, or do we think it's going to have some kind of consolidation, or what are we thinking here? Because if it falls down immediately, you're talking about coming back down closer to that 696. Now, if it has a... Just remember, you can look at this both ways. If it has a bullish consolidation and doesn't fall and it breaks up, you'd either... So basically, you're coming down, and it's somewhere around the 730 because it didn't break down right there. But it's around either 730 or it comes back up to the 966 area. Like, that's the best way to look at this. It really, really is. Does it come all the way back down or come all the way back up? And we should actually make this a little smaller because I want to make this not so much about the back end. So we'll do it like this. So can it come all the way back up to here? Or does it come all the way down on the XRP Bitcoin pairing? I'm just curious. I want to know. Or does it come all the way down here? And I like to see what can happen. So are we going to 945 likely, or are we going to come down, unfortunately, to 758? I want to know how likely either side is for what my audience sees. Possible further drop? Yes, indeed. Stacks, is it crypto that block stacks XTX? Yeah, I don't know anything about it, to be honest with you. I don't have my phone with me, so even if I wanted to add a mod, I couldn't, to be honest with you. I don't have my phone with me. I wish I did, but I don't. It's inside. But Jorge's in here all the time, so, maybe next time. Maybe next time. But, yeah, I mean, it could be a further drop. That's what it would look like with a further drop. And with a further push up, it would look at the 945 level. So, it's very interesting what's transpiring here on this Sunday morning, if I must say so. Let's see if there's anything in the news. Good morning, Chad. Welcome in. I appreciate everybody spending their Sunday morning with me right now. As I said, in about 25 minutes, I may have to end this if I go to church, because it takes me about 7 to 10 minutes to walk up there. And Mass starts just after about 11 o'clock. And I'm feeling the tug this morning, so I'm thinking I'm feeling that for a reason in the heart, so I may go up there. SRP Ripple appeal might work in Coinbase. Who cares? 3 XRP price levels to watch as it aims for 50 cents. XRP has been volatile. It is presently trading at 53 cents and is trying to sustain momentum above 50 cents, which puts it up against both resistance and support levels. Due to the fact that XRP is hovering around these critical technical zones, traders are keeping a close watch on 3 key price levels that could dictate the company's next move. The essential psychological support. The most important psychological support zone for XRP is at 50 cents. For traders, this round number is frequently regarded as a substantial mental obstacle. If XRP is able to stay above this more bullish sentiment may be generated, which may prompt buyers to enter the market. A breakdown below this barrier, though, might result in more selling pressure and additional declines. This is one of the most watched levels at the moment because it has been a strong pivot point in the previous few weeks. So the direct opposition, since it recently fell below this region, XRP is currently up against resistance around 56 cents, and that's the FVG level as well. So it makes such good sense for it to come there to get a rejection. It would actually open up the door for a further drop if it did. That's the problem as well. It would actually open up the door with the rejection there through a drop below 50 cents, possibly. It becomes more difficult to break above this level because the 100-day and 200-day exponential moving averages, these EMAs, are important because a break above them could indicate a change in the mood of the market and possibly result in a bullish breakout. If XRP is able to get past this barrier, there may be a spike up toward higher levels. Key breakout zone. The next important level to watch is 64 cents. If XRP manages to break through the resistance at 56 cents, the symmetrical triangle pattern that has been developing for several months reaches its peak at this level. A spike up to 70 cents or higher could be a possible breakup above the 64 cents, validates a continuation of the bullish trend. At this point, traders are keeping a close eye on XRP to see if it can break above or break free from its consolidation pattern. So that is very good information this morning. How many people are joining us on this journey this morning? 90 people. And I do this at 22 minutes and 25 seconds at 2:22. Unbelievable. The angels are with us this morning, which means that we're on the right track, and I do indeed need to go into the church this morning. That is what it means. And I'm not trying to push my my faith on everybody, but I do speak religiously at times, so you know, that's the way it goes. XRP price targets 20% recovery. Key holders are the catalyst. Let's see what this says. XRP price has seen a significant downturn in its price recently, dropping from 64 to 52 cents, marking an 18% crash. Why not just say 66 to 50.6? That's a 23.6% drop, which is more efficient. However, the altcoin is now focusing on recovering this loss, with a key group of long-term investors potentially playing a vital role in driving the recovery. XRP's future movement will depend heavily on its ability to leverage these supportive forces and break through crucial resistance levels. XRP investors have a huge responsibility. The market value to realized value (MVRV) long-short difference indicator currently offers insight into XRP's investment sentiment. Typically, negative value suggests short-term investors are making profits, which is often a bearish sign. However, XRP's situation appears more favorable as the indicator remains positive. This positivity suggests that long-term holders are in profit, reinforcing the asset stability. These long-term investors, often considered the backbone of any cryptocurrency, are critical to XRP's recovery. Their confidence and continued support will be essential in helping the altcoin regain lost ground. This stable base of holders suggests that XRP could have the backing needed to reverse its recent crash. In addition to market sentiment, technical indicators are also showing signs of potential increase. XRP's relative strength index RSI has shown a slight uptick over the past 48 hours, signaling that bearish momentum is weakening. This is a crucial development, as diminishing bearish pressure may pave the way for bullish momentum to build. The relative strength index movement is particularly important for XRP because it indicates the market is gradually shifting from a bearish stance. If this momentum sustains, it could trigger a price rebound, allowing XRP to begin recovering from its recent losses. XRP prediction, resistances in sight. XRP is currently trading at 53 cents following its 18% 6% decline. The altcoin has bounced off the support at the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement line, which coincides with the 52-cent support level. This support level is crucial for maintaining upward momentum, and XRP could continue its increase from here. The next target for the XRP is the 55-cent mark, which aligns with the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, which is very interesting because that's the technical move right now out of the short-term pattern breakout. And it's a very small one, but it has broken to the top side of it. Breaching this level would open the door for a rise toward 59 cents. However, if XRP fails to break past 55 cents, the bullish outlook will be invalidated. This could lead to a period of consolidation between 55 and 52 cents, delaying any significant recovery in the near term. That is a great article. That is a great article. I don't really care about what Coinbase says right now. So what are we seeing this morning? Right now, Bitcoin's up a tick. XRP's up a tick since we started. About a 0.5% for XRP since we started live, roughly. Bitcoin's up about a couple hundred points, a couple $100 since we started. Nothing major, but we are seeing the slow uptick. We are seeing the slow uptick. It's amazing. So many people leave when I do the reading of all the other things that could be peril as far as the upcoming levels for XRP. It's really an interesting dynamic we got going on. When most people want to leave when the information, I'm trying to give you mine backed with some other information. But Bitcoin right now is starting to push in the 45. It's pushing up in the upward direction here. That's an engulfing candle to the top side right now. 30-minute is ending this candle. That's going to be a really bullish candle here to close in 30 minutes on Bitcoin. XRP right now in the 30-minute showing a pretty bullish candle here as well. Not as bullish as Bitcoin because Bitcoin's in a new high to close the candle. XRP, a close over 53.40 would be spectacular. Not sure if we're going to get that or not, but we're having a decent closes here on the daily or on the 30-minute candles here. We've got a thinly traded weekend until tonight when the futures market opens sometime after 6 Eastern Standard Time. We have the weekly candle closing for XRP. And let's make sure we pay attention to this before I leave because I, don't have a lot more time. But the weekly candle close here for XRP is brutal, as we can see. That's a brutal weekly candle. It's going to take some work next week. But this would be the time to get that last second pull up here before the weekly closes and see how much it wants to give some kind of supportive resistance. But it's as we can see, we're not in a great spot here. That's why even if it does push up here, I don't want anybody to think, we just flip bullish, time's getting... No, this is that short-term gap filler. That's it. The gap filler for XRP is just about 55 cents and some change. And then the gap filler for Bitcoin is just around 63K, just below. So it's not like they're going to be these unbelievable moves even if we get them. It's just we need to pay attention to these formations. So if anybody else has any other questions, I would gladly take them. If anybody has anything they would like to know, I would gladly like to give you that information. But we've been here a half an hour. In the next 10 or so minutes, I got to decide what I'm going to do. So I would love to hear if anybody else has any other questions, concerns, anything else, or maybe you're just seeing what I'm seeing here in the market. XLM right now is at 9.29 cents. It's basically like XRP in the short time frame. We've got a bullish setup here for even XLM, and it looks like this wants to come back up here. And we created this falling channel here basically, and that's at 942. So even if it's bearish, I'm not saying like it's gonna set the world on fire, but you got first layer 1.5, and then if it wants to do what XRP does, you got to move up here at about 5.1%. But who knows if it can get all the way up there. It's just we created this little inversion here, that's all. So that's XLM. Even DGB yesterday was starting to show that we're starting to see. This is the front runner. See, this is one that's starting to show us. This is what I'm expecting with XRP. I really am. See how DGB was down here at about 638, and then it made this little push. I don't think XRP is going to get that big of a push, but that's what DGB did, and I think that's an outlier. I don't think that's just I don't think that's a fake out. I think that's an outlier to what could be happening market wide, and it just did it early. There's a couple of them that have done that. Like Zill did that a little earlier. See how they broke up? So that's DGB and Zill. Nice W reversal there by Zill. D-Chain's doing the same thing. Casper had its moment as well. XLM's trying to do it. XRP's not done it yet. Bitcoin right now is trying to do it. Hasn't quite done it yet. If I had to guess, I'm going to say the comments are being blocked from me right now for whatever reason. Because I find it hard to believe nobody's commenting. But I mean, nobody might be commenting, but I think we're getting shadow banned here on the live right now. So that's unfortunate. That's a very unfortunate circumstance. I don't have my phone, but that doesn't mean that I don't have ways to find out what anybody's saying. I don't have ways to find out what anybody's saying. See? Bearish divergence in the 5-minute, Angel. Yes. Yes, indeed. Look at that. It, by me doing that, it actually brought my comments back up. That's crazy. Because it was commenting right here. Look at it. It wasn't showing it on the side. And it said testing, testing 1, 2, yada, yada. Unless it's just from this. But we weren't seeing anything. But yeah. Is Sue worth a shot? I don't know. Some asked me about SUI. I don't know. That's just not my point of contention. So I couldn't give you an honest interpretation of that. That's not in my comfort zone. Hey, that's pretty nice though. I'm gonna have to remember this. Look what happened. I did that and all of a sudden it started showing it on the background. It started showing it in the background, which is nice. Check it. Oh. So that's pretty nice. But I don't know if it's actually showing it in real time. But yeah, I mean, it is good information. We should want to know this stuff. We really should want to know this stuff. Bitcoin in the 30-minute while I have your attention. And I know some of you are still here that are engaged. 30-minute Bitcoin had a nice candle there. I know some said 5-minute is bearish. But the 5-minute, you can't look at this in the 5-minute. That's going to... if you guys are looking at this in the 5-minute, it's going to bash your head through the wall. I'm telling you. This can't be looked at through the 5-minute. If you're looking at a breakout, get out of the 5-minute. If you've already established that there could be a breakout, get into something longer. Like right now, the 30 looks pretty good. Let's go into the 2-hour. 2-hourly looks good. If we get a close over the 200-day right now in Bitcoin at 63,360 roughly, that's a bullish close here in the 2-hour, but you still got an hour and 25 minutes. So then you look at the hour and 24 minutes, a bullish close would be if we get over 62,400. So right now, Bitcoin, what it's trying to do in the next 24 minutes is to try to get a close over 62,400. That's what it's trying to do. It's trying to close over 62,400 to have a bullish close in the hourly. That would be a very bullish close over the 200-day and the hourly. So that's what you need to watch for in the next 25 minutes if you're trying to turn it into a shorter dynamic. For XRP right now in the hourly on the perpetual futures, that's a nice close right now. We're trying to close over this recent high. So we're trying to close over 53.34 on the perpetual future. So 53.30 area on just the regular USDT or the regular USD chart. In the hourly, it's baby steps, folks. We're trying to close over to continue this bullish continuation above 53.36 approximately. But it does look like a short-term breakout to 55 cents is in the midst of breaking out. And the other reason why I feel pretty confident in that is because look at all the shakeout attempts yesterday. It was nothing short of remarkable. The only thing that kept us in line is we had it set up, and I've deleted those for today because we don't need them. But we created the backtest areas, and we never gave it up. We knew as long as this held yesterday, and it even came down just a tiny bit farther, but we talked about this uptrend at 52.30 yesterday. It just needed to hold. This can remain its integrity, and now, for all intents and purposes, this looks like it's going to break out here with a small bull flag up to that 55.24. That's just what I'm thinking. If it invalidates it with the fall below, well, obviously it gets invalidated. Bitcoin, as we continue to say here on this live, that move to 63,000 looks like it needs to happen. Maybe a tad bit higher up the... It could be a tad bit higher, but the technical move up right now is right around 62,952, even if bearish. And that could get XRP the opportunity to start pushing up here as well. So, but remember with XRP, we also have that short-term pivot layer that was created yesterday. Remember that short-term resistance at 53.48. So that's very important to remember. We created a short-term bearishness, And look what happened yesterday. Because of that short-term bearishness it created, it got rejected initially, came back to support, and then it bounced off. So it has gained the ultimate support here as well. So remember, even though it looks bearish, this short term is not technically speaking to me as a bearish setup. It's telling me, hey, the shorts need to be very careful here. And right now, if you're in a short, you're sweating right now. And it's crazy because XRP is only up about 1% on the day, but you're sweating. Bitcoin's only up about a 0.6%, but you're sweating. A 10x trade right now, Bitcoin's down $3,000. XRP on a 10x trade, it's down about 10% right now on the day. It's starting to get into that uncomfortable range if you're going short. And it doesn't seem to be slowing down. It looks to be the slow crawl up. So I've done my best this morning to try to come on, to try to tell everybody exactly what's going on. Whether it's bullish or bearish, I always try to make it to where you can have that for yourself. Dude, I have no idea. I don't even know what XPS 6900 coin is. Sounds like a shit token to me. They come from somebody who creates something and then they just pawn it off onto you. Some of your favorite influencers will all of a sudden come on and they'll tell you this is the next 10x, 100x coin. And they do it on routine every 2 to 3 weeks, probably, at my understanding of what I watch. Because they get a certain amount of tokens and then they slew it onto all of you. And then you buy it and they sell these tokens they get for free. And then they make a bunch of money. I get these offers all the time, by the way. That's why 9 times out of 10 the tokens you guys all tell me, I laugh. Because I've been offered the same thing as these other shit influencers that take advantage of the simpleton. The poor. See, we take advantage of the poor when we shouldn't. The poor are the most vulnerable. You understand that? That's why you shouldn't be a scumbag. If you're watching and you're an influencer out there, please don't chill these shit tokens. Because the poorest of poor are the ones who are going to buy into it. And you're going to make money off the poor. You don't want to make money off the poorest of the poor. That's just not right. You don't want to do that. It's bad karma, bad integrity, just a bad way of human decency. And it makes me very frustrated because I'm somebody who does this for a different reason. Have I said anything this morning that would be a lie? Have I said anything that's not happening right now? Have I told you to do something you shouldn't do? No. I've just said the shorts are in for a little bit of a problem here probably this morning. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. I didn't tell you to spend your life savings. I just said there could be an opportunity because I'm not a financial advisor, and I'll be damned to act like one because I'm not one. I don't want to be one. Honestly, if I was a financial advisor, I'd be limited. I don't want to be. Don't want to be. So just be smart when you're dealing with this. I even said yesterday that for the uneducated and the less than the non-expert trader, the inexperienced trader, this could be a dangerous weekend. So let's just see now, because XRP's up against this first resistance. So let's not act like it's just going to 55 cents or 55.2. We've got to get above this 53.4. Otherwise, this could be a fake out in the morning. So just watch the pivot layer. Watch everything else we've discussed this morning. And let's see if there's anything else in the news that we need to see right now. Who cares what Matt Kaiser says? This is what I like, the macro charts. Let's see if this is a bullshit macro chart or not. See, I don't like that because I have the same charts and it doesn't suggest. No, I can't do it. This is a good one, the Bollinger Bands. So Bollinger Bands indicate XRP price surge ahead despite SEC challenges. The XRP price experienced notable recovery last week, reaching 7-month high of 66.5 cents last Sunday. This surge was primarily driven by broader market rally, bolstered by excitement surrounding crypto asset manager Bitwise. I disagree with that. I think it was all because it was an artificial run-up because Ripple was letting loose of 1 billion tokens, and then it was convenient that the SEC announced the appeal right after XRP or Ripple did that, knowing that Ripple locks up 800 million more, so they have to rebuy them back, which means they got a 23% discount in some cases. So I think it was all, I scratch your back, you scratch my back, and the technical trader, the actual retail trader who doesn't understand markets, who doesn't understand cycles, is going to get wrecked every time with this. They just are. However, the enthusiasm was short-lived. XRP has since lost nearly 12% of its value on the weekly time frame following the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission SEC's decision to appeal a partial victory for Ripple, the blockchain payments company associated with XRP. The SEC's appeal has sent ripples through the cryptocurrency community, raising concerns about the future of XRP and its regulatory status. Let's see. XRP price has shown resilience in the face of regulatory challenges. For example, during the SEC lawsuit that began in 2020, XRP rose from 11 cents to $1.95 despite significant legal headwinds. I don't care about all of that. I just want to see these Bollinger Bands. Moreover, the Bollinger Bands, a technical indicator that measures market volatility, are currently at their tightest levels in XRP's history. The experts suggest that tight Bollinger Bands often precede significant price movements, which can be deceptive at first, as they may initially mislead market participants. Bobby argues that current market conditions should not be misinterpreted as the start of a bear market. Instead, he suggests XRP is... Yeah, see, this is where I hate it. Never mind. I don't like the experts, so-called experts, because all you had to say is don't misinterpret it as a bear market, a new bear market, because we never left the bear market. XRP's been in a bear market since 22. Like, how can we not see this? I don't understand. That's why I have a hard time. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got for everybody. Before I say something I shouldn't say, or, you know, get myself in a way I shouldn't, I'm going to let everybody go. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you appreciate my work, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the over 25,100 subscribers. I can't even believe I'm saying that. But join the over 25,100 subscribers. If you're looking to trade XRP worldwide, just come over here, click on my homepage, and click where it says BITUNIX. You've got HOTCOIN or BITUNIX. If you're leverage trading, I highly encourage you to use BITUNIX. It's a lot easier to understand, a lot more transparency, and I feel like the fees are a little bit lower. There is more volatility and a lot more leverage levels that you can use on HOTCOIN in different ecosystems. But if you're leverage trading XRP, I prefer BITUNIX bar none. Spot trading, you can use both worldwide. Every state in the USA, there's no VPN or KYC either, unless you're sending or receiving from a bank account. But I highly encourage you to use both. If you're spot trading, I have a slight favoritism for BITUNIX, as that's where I leverage trade. And yeah, that's the way it goes. So if you want to do that, you can click on those. If you want to send me personal support, you can always send a Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal if you don't want to do it outside. If you don't want to do it on YouTube, I greatly appreciate the support. And don't forget to click on and subscribe to the channel. If you want to join Tom's Army, just go into the membership section, click on Tom's Army and join. I've been in Tom's Army for over 3 years. Can't make that up. So that's the way it goes. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you have a blessed morning. Have a blessed morning.